Good Monday evening, everyone, and welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop. As you can tell, my compadre over here is frozen in time. JoJo's having a little bit of computer issues, so hopefully he'll be back on here in just a little bit. But we're hoping he can get it figured out because don't know exactly what was going. He was doing a reset, but that's been about 10 minutes ago, and he's still not back. So, anyway, welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop. It is the second to last episode before the holidays. And, let me tell you, we're really geared up. We've got a youth program going on this weekend at our local YMCA doing Scuba with Santa. So, we're really excited to offer that. And just getting things ready to go. Got our annual staff Christmas dinner coming up Saturday night. Look forward to seeing all of our staff members there. Great time. So waiting to see if, excuse me, if JoJo comes back on. And, sorry. Yeah, so, it's, I'm anxiously awaiting Christmas. I have a Christmas list out. I hope you guys do as well. Notice we got a few people in here already, but nobody has commented. So I'm going to go ahead and comment. Hi. Welcome. JoJo is having issues. I don't know if he's monitoring or what he's doing. Last week we had issues with connection on internet, and so I know this week it's on his end, not mine. So if you're just joining us, again, JoJo is temporarily frozen in time. Looks like Steve Stormer's in here. Good evening, Steve. I haven't seen Frank in here yet. He hasn't replied. So not really sure. Uh-oh. No, that was me. Never mind. I thought I heard JoJo coming back in. Don't know where Frank's at tonight. Don't know where everybody's at. My cohort in crime over here is stuck. Mr. Mike, good evening, sir. We're working through, or JoJo's working through some technical difficulties. So, I don't know. I wonder if I throw him a comment, if he will. Hey, JoJo. Oh. Let's see here. All right. So, I don't know if Joe's monitoring or not. It looks like he's still frozen. I don't see him anywhere else. Yeah, Steve, I don't know where Frank's at. I'm curious if he's got batteries for his new black tip scooter on his Christmas wish list. But I don't know. I know he was talking about needing to get some, so I don't know. Of course, I do also want to throw a shout out real quick. I don't know. I've had a few people call and ask. We were not involved in the tornadoes that hit day before yesterday. JoJo's back, but we do have some staff members who were affected. So luckily, they're all good. No damage or anything, just power outages and stuff like that. But we want to keep our friends and fellow divers down in Clarksville and the Nashville area in our thoughts and prayers as they all navigate through the storm aftermath. We were there 2 years ago, actually 2 years ago yesterday, with the big tornado that came through, took out part of Mayfield, Kentucky, Dawson Springs. So I was very actively involved with that one, and so I can sympathize with our first responders who are dealing with that right now. So, did you get it fixed, JoJo?
Sounding like it.
Well, welcome to Monday Night Safety Stop. Joe, how you doing?
I'm all right between
Well,
the dinging and the internet connection issue I just had to work through.
well,
Uh, it's a
I,
Monday.
I went ahead. It was 8 o'clock, so I had to go ahead and get on. And of course, it was really funny. I don't know if you seen, but I had you still stuck. He was like, and so for the first 5 minutes, or 4 minutes, yeah, you was stuck on the screen there. But glad you got it figured out. I don't hear it dinging, which is a good thing.
Cross the fingers there. Don't come back. Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's hard to hear when tornadoes go through, and of course, you said staff members were hit in Tennessee, and I've seen photos, and it's absolutely devastating.
Well, and one of our staff members was, really close to it. Stephanie, she had just left work when it actually hit her work building,
Oh
and
wow.
so she hadn't been gone very long. So she sent pictures of what the building looked like afterwards, and yeah, I don't. It's going to be a while before they get back up in operation.
She's gonna get a few extra days off work, huh?
Yeah, so, but and we've got a couple of others that just had power outage. I think everybody that was affected by power outages. But I mean, it was and we have a lot of diving scuba family, of course, in Clarksville, in
Oh yeah.
the Nashville area. So, so that's glad to know that all the ones that we know are safe. I don't know who all, and there may be somebody else that I don't know of that was affected, but again, we are thinking of you, thoughts and prayers for everyone involved. So Emily's in here. She says we are at BK for dinner, but we did just get power back on. So at least you got power now. Let's see. Burger King for dinner. Eh,
Yeah, I could have thought of a better choice, but hey, whatever floats your boat.
well, it depends on, you got to think. Power's out. You can't really cook a whole
Might
lot.
not have any
Y-
options.
No. I told a little girl at little place I went for lunch this afternoon. Uh, I asked her, I said, why did she let it get so cold outside? And that I just needed to head south for the winter. I could be spending my time in 80-degree water, 80 degree temperatures, 80-degree water, 80 foot visibility.
I hear you. My gills are dry and it's cold.
Yeah. Well, but you'll get a little bit of assistance with that on Saturday when Santa comes to town and the kiddos get to get their picture underwater with Santa. So that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, we're kids are absolutely excited. To get a family photo like that, it's just going to be great. So all
Oh.
three of them with their picture. Yeah, that's going up on the wall definitely.
I understand that. But yeah, it's you're going to get a little bit of an opportunity to refresh the nitrogen levels in your system there. Won't be a whole lot because it's just a pool, but beggars can't be choosers, right?
That's right.
Emily says the thermostat says 52, so
Oh,
yeah, it's a little chilly. That is
going
a
to be
little.
cages to get around the grill. Ugh.
Of course, it is that time of year. I haven't seen some of our regulars pop in here yet. But it is that time of year. A lot of people got a lot of stuff going on, for the holidays, getting ready for Christmas and everything. So, uh, you know, but make sure you join us next Monday because
Next
we're
month.
doing, huh?
Yeah, gotta come in next Monday at
Yeah,
least.
you got to watch next Monday because we're doing our virtual Christmas party. We're going to try this anyway. You know, it may be
What'd you
a.
get? What'd you get?
Well, other than a hard way to go,
That's about every day.
Louisville Slugger. Oh goodness! But so yeah, make sure I've got to go find a ho ho hat. uh,
Yeah, need a
yeah,
hat. They look nice.
yeah, I got
You've
to
got
go
Mickey
find.
ears.
Huh?
You've got Mickey ears.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for. Oh, there it is. Okay, I can see it. I have to watch it on the replay because where my studio light is right in front of the camera. So
Mm.
as you're sitting there flopping it in the little preview, I couldn't see it. But when I looked over on my
Little
external,
box. He's big.
yeah, it's like this big. And then I got another one over here that's like this big, so I can see it a little bit better. Let's see. Let's see. Steve says that's what the water temperature was at Mermet today. Little on the cool side. It's cool everywhere. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
it's the 11th of December, and we really haven't had a cold snap until really, I guess, today. We had a couple of days, a couple of weeks ago where it dipped down, but it warmed back up.
Yeah. Well, I'll think of you come next year about February when it's nice and warm. That's where
Yeah,
I'm at.
for 8 days. 8 days on a liveaboard. Hey, that's where you're
Yeah.
gonna get your nitrogen fix right there.
That's right there. I gotta deprive myself for a whole year just for
Yeah.
that one.
So that's something in the fall season of Monday Night Safety Stop. We're gonna start taking bets on how many dives JoJo does on the aggressor in February of 25, and then
That's
we'll
pretty
take
cool.
these bets all the way through till Christmas break, and then we'll wait for the trip to happen, and then we'll see who gets close.
Oh, what do they call it? Like they call it something. If you do all the dives, because it's about darn near impossible to do all 5 dives every single day.
Well, I don't know, JoJo. Just stay in the water and have them give you another tank.
Push. I've had that happen a couple times. I don't know if I can do it. Sure you can.
But that's one thing about living in landlocked areas. We've got to deal with the changing of the seasons, and of course, what's one better way we can deal with that? Dry suit.
Dry suit or not. I'm trying
So,
to get myself run down there actually for New Year's Day.
oh
Coming
yeah.
that day.
Well, that's going to
So,
be a fun one. I always have a really good turnout for New Year's Day. They always say, uh, do what you want on New Year's Day, and that's what you're going to enjoy doing the rest of the year. So, or something like that. So, hey, why not?
I better do a lot then on that day. Got a lot of
Yeah,
like
you're going to better get five. You got to get 5 dives that day, JoJo.
5 dives
Got to
to
get
do
five
that.
dives that day. Yeah, definitely
Uh,
got to get 5 dives.
I'll take just 2 really long ones.
Go for 5. You got to start conditioning for Belize.
Uh, yeah.
Just think,
Like
warmer water,
just like
warmer
throw me
water.
another tank. Throw it
Just,
down the line. I'll put it on.
but you've got a dry suit, so
I do.
that makes it a whole lot better because you can survive, and you've got the heated vest. So
And I got uh.
know,
So yeah, diving this time of year not a problem for me. I think I was in it February last year
oh yeah,
with it, and I was warm. And I was figuring everything out, so I was absolutely not getting anywhere. But
yeah. Well, and you know something else that this time of year is good for as well.
Practicing?
No, not
No.
practicing, but getting your gear into your local dive shop for
Oh yeah.
service to have it annually serviced. That way, when the season starts and the water starts warming up, you don't have to worry about getting it in then and getting it serviced and all of that. You know, you can actually get it done now when you're not really using it, get it
Hmm.
serviced, get it ready. That way, you're ready to jump in the water just as soon as you get ready, whether you travel to
Oh yeah.
Florida or you wait for the
I
water
got
to warm up here.
I got 5 valves and 2 regulators. I got to need to go through. So
And it just so happens I know a service tech who
I
can
know,
service
right?
those. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I'm looking at him. But no, seriously, I mean, it is a good time. I always recommend folks to, this time of year, while you're thinking of what goodies you want on your Christmas wish list, go ahead and get the goodies you already have into your local dive shop, get it serviced, get it done. So that way, if, your local dive shop or you and a dive buddy decide to up and run down to Florida for the weekend or whatnot, it's done. It's ready to go.
Yeah, have it ready. That way, if you have any issues too afterwards, you get it fixed before those major trips.
And there was something else, and I just realized we didn't mention it, or I don't think we mentioned it last week. But we do have four, or actually three, new visual inspectors at the park.
Who are they?
Uh, I don't know.
I'll see.
I don't see them either. So JoJo and let's see, JoJo, Wally, and Krista, all three went through last Saturday and got their PSI inspector. Uh, so congratulations to you guys. That gives us a couple of more helping hands to get these tanks done when they come in.
Oh yeah, and they come in.
Yeah, of course Jeff done his renewal, his update. So yeah, and then of course we've got Brian and all that. But yeah, it's a good time. You can wait until after the holidays to take your gear in, but I would recommend getting it in. You know, don't wait until April to take it in and get it serviced.
And then
Everybody,
you're getting mine.
yeah, everybody else waits till April to take it in and get it serviced. So, like JoJo said, then you're waiting in line. So, what better way? Don't have to wait in line. Get it in, get it done, get it back. While everybody else is waiting on their gear to come back, guess what you get to do?
You go diving.
Go
Yay!
diving. so, so JoJo, have you got any more items on your Santa wish list,
Oh jeez. Uh,
or have you
if you
got
can
a big
find it in my size, I would love to have a boat jacket.
boat jacket?
Now, I haven't found one that makes tent size yet, but maybe this time next year I might not need the tent size anymore. I don't
Well,
know. So,
we can always contact Omar.
oh yeah.
It took you a second, didn't it? I can't wait to go back and watch the replay of your facial expression. I got to mark this timestamp down here so I can go back to that exact moment. Because, like, Omar,
Uh, Never a dull moment.
no, no. But, you can always go to
Uh,
Evansville Tent and Awning or Louisville Tent and Awning. They can do it too.
uh, but yeah, I mean that's always something nice. I've
Yeah.
always said one thing we need to do is in our shop is get some tumblers, man. Tumblers are great gifts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So,
Well, there's a couple of things, and I'm not gonna let them out yet. but there's a couple things that's going to be available for next year. Um, I'm
Wink,
just
wink.
wink, wink. Yeah, wink, wink. Uh, of course, still looking if. Oh, trying to lost my train of thought again. It derailed. Old pictures. So yeah, JoJo, you started coming to the quarry what in 13?
Yeah, and I actually have pictures from back in 13.
Yeah. So I mean, just in 10 years, being able to see the differences. And then of
Um,
course, we'll do a special uh, in the winter portion of the show, probably in March, looking back over the last 30 years, because April marks our 30th anniversary. So,
yeah, 30 years. That's a big stepping stone. Ready
jo-
for it?
JoJo, we're
Yeah,
almost as old as you are.
I'm older than 30.
I didn't say. I said we're almost.
Oh,
Yeah, we're almost. I didn't say that you were 30.
yeah, a little older than that, but
Yeah.
yeah. I
Closer to
was
your.
little when I started.
Huh?
I said, yeah, I was kind of littler when y'all got started.
That is true. Oh, goodness. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's one of those things. It's just breathtaking to see. And I've been going through some of these old park photos, and seeing where we were and what it has become. Again, it's just very very breathtaking to see.
Ooh, yeah, here we go.
Let's see. Emily asked, so full face and side mount can't be done together. Yes, it can be. That is actually
Yeah,
true.
it can be. Yeah,
It
it
can.
can. Yes.
Yep, it
There's
sure
nothing
can.
stopping you from doing it too.
Nope. You
Um,
sh- the only thing you have to add is a switch block. That's all you got to do.
and by my understanding, that's a little hard to operate.
Well, I mean, it is, but it's just a switch block. You just have to switch from one to the other. So it can be a pain getting used to. I'm sure. I've never done it, but Brian does it. He doesn't do it often, but he does do it.
Yeah. Yeah, he does it. I don't think he likes his face mask as much as you know
Well,
everybody
he
else. But hey,
he does if he's doing a single. I mean, he'll use it when he's doing like a single tank. But yeah, he says it's just something else that you don't have to deal with if you're doing side mount. Because you can just take it out, switch breathing instead of having to deal with that switch block.
yeah, I like side mount. Uh, it's simpler, but at the same time, it's not. It-
Yeah. Well,
Once you
it's
get it, it's easy. But I tell you what, starting out's a pain in the butt.
well, and it's like we talked about before when we talked about side mount diving. You're effectively learning a new way to dive. So you're learning to dive all over again.
Yeah, it was something when I did it the first time. Yes.
Now, was it
I
the
had
win-
no clue what I was doing.
was it the window of the bus you went through or the van?
Went through both the bus and the van.
Oh, okay.
I can't go through the side windows of the bus, like the small ones on the bus, but I
Oh
can go through
yeah,
like the driver's window.
yeah. I don't know too many people that can go through those little side windows.
Mike can go through the side window, and Brian can get through the side window.
Eh, yeah, Mike's skinny. Brian,
Yeah.
he's a little healthier.
But hey, no, I was
but
not.
but you got to think, Brian's been cave diving for years, so he's learned how to fit himself in little small passages.
That he has. That he
uh, yeah, he's learned to wiggle his way through. That's for sure. That is for sure. But yeah, I mean, side mountain with a face mask. Yes, it can be done. Is it easily done? Not easy, but have to add a a switch block. Then you have to tie your tanks into the switch block, and then run your hose from the block up to your mask. But it is great. It is good if you have communications. If you're communicating with your dive buddy, whatnot. But you know,
Ooh, let's see. I want to send you one real quick. This
oh,
is a blowback from a few years ago. If I can
a blowback from a few
find.
years ago.
Yeah. Uh,
Are you? What are you talking about? Are you talking about old photos?
oh, this is an old video I took actually. Yeah.
Oh, an old video from a GoPro.
I'll tell you what. Uh, I just dropped it, sending it to you.
Okay, it hasn't come through yet, but
Yeah, it'll probably take a minute. It's about a little 12-second snippet of something that happened back in 2016.
oh, 2016. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
so
remember back in 2016, but I've slept since then, so
you will remember them once you see it.
I will remember it once I see it. Okay. Um, was it the fin thing?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the only thing I can think of was the oh yeah. I remember those fins.
So you
They
wanted to blow back? That was something.
they never made it on the market. You know what? I've got to share this uh, because so what JoJo's talking about was there was a guy who was traveling the country. He had made these fins, and the concept was good. I'll give him that. The concept was
He
good.
put some thought behind it. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some thought behind it, but
If
the
you
huh?
get a good backer, you might be able to figure it out, but I don't know.
Well, the prototype was like, and I believe this was before 3D printing. If he'd have had that technology, he would have probably. What in the world is going on with my computer?
It's glitching now.
Yeah, yeah, I don't
Not
know.
good.
It's like my software just started going like crazy. Like my, uh, yeah.
It didn't like the fans either.
I guess it didn't. I was just trying to incorporate it in. Luckily enough, I was able to get this 13-second clip before it looked like my screen was trying to mirror itself. And so I had like bunches of little me's and JoJo's popping up everywhere. It was a nightmare, let me tell you.
Well,
uh,
if you get it, I didn't like them. Of course, I have to dive with the tech fin because I have really floaty feet and I need a heavy fin. And I pretty much broke these suckers.
well, and it was like I was talking the prototype of them, which is what you used.
Uh,
It was like I said, the concept was a great idea, had thought behind it. It didn't go anywhere. I hate it for the guy, but it was a good concept. But let me just show the clip. I mean, I'll leave our mics on so we can kind of talk about it. But so I mean, they look good. I mean, from a distance, but they just and JoJo, you actually tried them, and you know, from what I understood from everybody who did try them, just they just didn't have the propulsion.
Yeah, and that was it. If I was to empty my BCD and try to kick upwards, I wouldn't get nowhere. I'd actually start sinking back down. Just you kick too much, and they'd bend too much.
Yeah, let's take a look, and I want to stop this right here. Which if you take a look at the way that the fin goes, and I think the concept of the design was whenever you bring your leg back to kick again, is that it's supposed to create less resistance on your leg, and then when you do your kick, it comes back together and propels you. I think that was the concept, right? Oh, hold on, JoJo. There you go. Your mic was muted. Oh, you're still muted. All right, hold on, Jojo. You're not. Hold on. It's on my end. It's not yours. Hold on, just a second. Uh, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now. I don't know. Your button wasn't working.
Well, my buttons never work.
Well, I'm saying my button's working because I can turn on and off. But JoJo's mic's not. His button's not working.
Oh, am I still not working?
No, well, I'm doing it through the computer, not through my little control panel here. So anyway, let's back up a second, JoJo, because I didn't hear a word you said.
So yeah, as you're moving, the idea was that these blades move to the optimal angle to get the most power with, or the most propulsion with the least amount of power. So you didn't lose any energy on the down kick or the up kick, but it was supposed to be easier on the knees and the ankles and stuff.
Yeah, and as you can tell, this picture really shows a good how prototype this thing was. If you will look right where the fin pocket meets the fin
Uh huh.
itself, you'll see the zip tie.
Yeah. It's,
Like I said, it was a prototype. I remember this happening. I didn't remember it was in 2016, but I remember this. And again, it's where did scuba gear come from?
you had to try it out somewhere.
Exactly. I mean, everything that we use today that's mass produced, manufactured, come from somebody's garage, just like this. And we are where we are. Some things, we talked about it a couple of shows ago. The dive caddy,
Mm-hmm.
it was out for 2 or 3 years. Boom, gone. You know,
Yeah, if you had a good manufacturer that could really figure out how to, you know, get those blades from breaking and be a good material, probably would have something.
well, and it's like anything else. When you've got multiple moving parts, those are multiple failure points.
Yeah, it
You
would never
know.
be a tech fin,
Oh
but
yeah.
probably make a good recreational fin. One breaks, you still got three others to keep going with. So
Well, that's true. But if you got a blade fin or a split fin, I mean, you know, good concept, good idea, just didn't go anywhere. But yes, I remember that one, JoJo. I didn't remember it was in 16. I thought it was
uh,
earlier than that, but okay.
that's when my pictures are dated for was 16.
Gotcha. Let's see here. Well, I've been going back and looking through some of the older photos, and let's see if I can. Yeah, it's about time to build a new computer. I can done tell this one is just like saying, "Wait a minute, I'm thinking about it." Maybe finally. All right. Let's see. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's do desktop. What? Well, yeah, I'm not gonna fight it tonight. It's being. I have to do a reset like JoJo. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm not gonna do a reset. It may take longer than 10 minutes.
yeah. You never know what's going to pop up after the reset, too.
Ain't that the truth? Oh goodness. Yeah, I was gonna try to like pull in some old photos and stuff, and just reminisce a little bit. But I'd really like, and I don't know where they're at. Well, I know where they're at, just not where they're specifically located. We've got photos, like actual. Well, in 1994, there wasn't a big plethora of digital cameras running around, so we've got a few photo albums that have like some of the first pictures. I've just got to locate where they're at Dad's house. Yeah, so that's where they're at. We just don't know where they're at.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I can dig up a few.
Oh yeah. Now I've got some newer ones. Early 2000s, 98, 99, 2000. But of course, those are some that I have scanned in that I found. I really don't have digital photos until about 2004, 2005. Of course, again, digital photography wasn't that big until, in the early 2000s. So up to that point, we was going to Walmart and having film developed. And I say that like, it was 100 years ago. But it just don't seem that, do they even have photo centers in a Walmart anymore?
They do, actually.
Do they?
Yes, they do have photo centers. I was looking. Most of them are you download digitally and they'll print them for you, but they still do have them.
Yeah. Well, I usually use Walgreens, so.
No,
Uh,
for the I'm getting some posters. I want to get some posters made for the Belize trip.
oh.
Put around the shop. So I've already been snacking it out.
Well, and of course, they're still it's still early, and so there's still room. Uh,
Oh yeah, if you are interested or have a question about that, please hit me up. Hit the shop up.
Jojo,
'Cause-
Jojo,
yeah,
call Jojo.
yeah.
It's Jojo.
Jojo,
It's Jojo.
what I say?
Nothing. You like if you have
Oh.
questions, hit me up. Yeah, call Jojo. Call Jojo.
Come on,
looks like
Chris.
looks like Dad's popped in here. He said computer wise, it was 100 years ago.
As
Well, if it's in
fast as they
computer
can.
age,
Oh.
do what?
Yeah, I mean, as fast as the software changes.
Well, you can buy a new computer tomorrow, and and it's been this way forever. In 6 months, it's outdated because there's already something faster and better out there. So I mean, it's just hard to keep up with the times.
I mean, hey, where did I leave it at? Oh, I lost it.
Uh-oh.
There we go.
I hate it when you lose it, JoJo.
Yeah, I know. I lose it all the
Uh-oh.
time. That was my. I just dropped you one for my like GoPro 3. That was like 2015.
Ah. Okay,
Little
hold on.
zippy tied onto a stick.
A zippy tied onto a stick. All right, let me see if I can get this pulled up and downloaded here without my software going crazy on me again.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I think I got it. Oh, he sent another one. All right. Hold on. It's incorporating it in. It's just taking it a second.
Oh yeah. But yeah, and then if I send you a picture of my 8, there's a vast difference.
Oh,
So
Yep, there you go. Now that's the deep van.
That is.
Yeah,
That's how come the visibility's good.
yeah, that's the deep van. I know I've used the top of that for advanced open water and deep water training. So
hmm
yeah,
Yeah, I
it's
think
all.
I put on a hood glove that day and hobbled down there.
Yeah, it's and of course it's really funny because they this van was donated like 2 years after we opened, uh, and it got it's when it got put in the water. Actually, it was rolled off of the confined water area. Of course, that was before the water had come up.
Just rolled it.
Yeah, oh yeah, just whoop, right off in the drink.
Yeah, now it sits at like 60 feet at the top of it.
65.
65, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If you take your computer and set it right on the top of the van, it'll be 65 foot. So let's see. And this one looks like, let's see, what is it? Yeah, that's Max Cruiser. I know that one too. Can I download it? Yeah, I can. Can I incorporate it in? Yes, I think I can. Yeah, it's lagging. There we go. Oh, sorry, JoJo. I had forgot that I had it on the picture. All right. I do not know what's going on here. That anyway. All right. Let's try this one here. So this one's Max Cruiser. That one's setting at about 60 foot. So the top of it's like 52, 53. Um, oh, I was trying to turn your audio on, JoJo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just inside the second thermocline.
hmm Yeah, I
So
think we just ran up the road real quick. It's cold, so you don't stay down very long.
yeah, it's the same temperature now, top to bottom, pretty much. There's really not a thermocline; it just gradually gets cooler.
Oh,
So there we go. All right. So yeah, reminiscing about the old days and some of the old sites and stuff. It's yeah, the funniest one, and I'll never forget this, is when we first put the fire truck in. Of course, we put it in before we opened, and I'll never forget the wrecker driver, hauling this thing down to the quarry. And then, of course, he looked at us and said, "How in the world are you going to get this thing in the water?" It's like, it's easy. We're going to park it over here on this east ramp. We're going to park you in this area here, which was the shallow area. Uh, it was dry at that time. So, we had him pull over there. Then we ran his winch line down where it would pull it down the road.
uh-huh.
So, and he's like, this ain't ever going to work. It ain't going to work. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. So, anyway, long story short, it worked.
I was like, you just push it over the edge, it's gonna roll, land up on its top.
Well, I can honestly say I have lifted and pushed an RV.
Yeah, that's I bet that's a story in itself. Just how the RV got
Well, what really funny is Dad actually drove it in.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, he had his gear right beside of him, and when we kicked the parking brake, it went into the water. Of course, it stopped. But yeah, it he got out, and we kept trying to get it moved, and at one point, it almost, if it hadn't have been for it being buoyant in the back, the front end actually at one point was hanging over the wall.
Oh,
So
jeez.
yeah, so it's like, if this thing goes down, we're gonna have, it's gonna be a deep sight. So we had to,
Yeah.
we had to get some lift bags on the front of it to get it up, and moved back over. And then once we got it weighted, set on the bottom, then there was four of us. We got to the back, and we just picked it up from the back and just pushed. Didn't have to push it far, but it all kinds of good stories about different ways to putting stuff in over the years, and always a good story behind them. Let's see. Dad said I had reseal 5 dry suits over that. Yeah, Max Cruiser. So all kinds of good stuff. But we're going to do a full episode on that probably in March, when we actually get ready to start celebrating 30 years. So,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I get on Facebook and start really digging, I can find some good ones from at least 2015 on.
oh yeah, I know there's some out there. I know we put an album. Yeah, I guess it was for our 20th anniversary. On our Facebook page that has some older photos, some of the ones that I had scanned in, and then there were some digital ones in there too. Uh, Trying to find it, but yeah, I mean, I remember. Of course, it's really funny when I sat back and think about it, but where the vertical tube is that comes out over the wall there by the fire truck,
Yeah.
that shallow area there wasn't completely full of water. I remember driving in that. You know, that was uh, that was a fun time had by all. uh,
Uh,
but yeah,
Most of
so
your diving was done in 10 feet of water.
well, I mean, really, where the vertical tube is now, a lot of people don't
Hmm.
realize it. That's where the dock used to be. The dock used to be there. That's where you would. It's cleared off there, so we had the dock anchored there, where you could walk out on the dock. Let's see. Um, yeah, and if you're wanting to see some of the older pictures, it's on our main Facebook page. The album is titled "The Building of a Dream from Then to Now." So I mean, it does. There's some. I mean, there's one on here of the helicopter intact.
Oh, wow. See, it was already pulled up and ready to be repaired.
Yeah.
I came around.
Um, it's yeah. Seeing some of these old pictures, it's just like, holy crap. But yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of them on here. Of course, uh, back in 2005, when we had the remnants of Katrina, that's when we knew that the quarry was done filling. And some of those pictures are on there too. It shows the flooding of the pavilion area. Uh, of course, if it was still going to fill, that would still be underwater. So that's how we knew that it was
We would have
done.
had a structure to dive.
Yeah, well, there wasn't a whole lot down there at that point because we didn't know where it was going to stop. And then, of course, the very last picture in that album is one of the yacht when it's coming in the gate. So, the yacht that, everybody dives on, there's a picture of it being pulled by I think it's a 2500 GMC or something. But yeah, this truck looks like a Hot Wheels truck compared to the yacht behind it. But yeah, there's all kinds of good old photos on there. Of course, the blue dolphin, right?
Uh, it is the one with the pirates flag
No,
on it down the deep end. No.
no, the blue dolphin's the one right there in the corner of or in the bend of the pavilion. When you drop where the bend of the pavilion is,
Yeah, I think, yeah.
yeah, down at 95 feet. There's actually a photo of the blue, or a couple of them, when we were sinking the Blue Dolphin. So there's a couple of photos in that album as well. If anybody wants to take a look at them, it's yeah. I mean, it's just looking at the old office trailer, and I'm sitting here looking at them right now. But looking at the old office trailer where we used to check people in and all that.
Oh, that's changed a lot. That's changed a lot since I've started coming.
Yeah. Well, see that the building that we're in now was built. We started in 2007 and opened it in 2008. So so you never seen the old setup.
No, the building was already there. Y'all were using the utility shed up front to check people in, and a car
Oh
right,
yeah.
right.
Oh
It
yeah.
has now pretty much been obsolete now, and
Technology.
yeah,
You know, with the invention of online tickets, it has pretty much made the drive up check in, the drive through, kind of obsolete, like you said.
yeah. We spent 2 hours checking people in on a daily basis. Man,
Oh goodness. Well, JoJo, it
check in,
is,
time run.
huh?
So we get everybody checked in, then it would be time to start running tanks.
Yeah.
Ugh. The
Well,
tank shuttle used to not even be a thing.
and
You
and,
used to have
and
to run your own tank up the hill.
well, the shuttle hasn't been around all that long.
No, it does
Probably
not.
eight years or so, 7 or 8 years.
Something like that.
2014, 15. So yeah. Uh, so yeah. Actually, Dad, no, that wasn't. That was the Donnybrook, the one you're talking about or thinking about, was the Donnybrook. Yeah, the yacht come from Evansville, and Wayne Blanger drove it down. Uh, that's because that was his white truck that was pulling it. Yeah, Dad pulled the Donnybrook from, oh Lord, I forget where it was at, but it was over close to Benton, Kentucky. So drove it down 24 until we were told we had to get off 24 and find a less busy route. And so, so yeah, so that was a fun trip. Let me tell you.
Just wait
Luckily,
15 minutes to get back on.
well, no, luckily it was. We we got told in the county that I actually worked in EMS. One of the state troopers told us, said you got to get a less busy route because this ain't working. And of course, if anybody knows I-24, it is a very busy road, and but yeah. Anyway, long story short, we were able to get it, and it was all Dad's 1500 wanted. Trust me. Good times were had by all. So there's a little history of the building, of the park. Just a few small components in the makeup of such an awesome facility. So it's yeah, and I can't wait to see what season 2024 has in store. I mean, lots of things planned on going on. The normal events, Women's Dive Day, the Haunted Quarry Dive, uh, so, and then of
Yeah,
course,
actually got my camera out to download pictures from the haunted quarry dive from this year.
JoJo, that was 2 months ago.
I know, right? I'm just now getting around to it.
Hey,
Actually, I was reading an article that says don't go straight into it. Let it sit. That way you can into it when you do the editing on a uh, more of a no, uh, not so excited phase on it.
Well,
So you're not
the
stupid.
problem with that is, or with me anyway, is that if I leave it set, then I get pulled another direction, which then gets pulled to another direction, then it gets pulled about five more directions, and I forget about this, and then I'll come across it, a year later. Oh, hey, look, it's the camera. What's on here? Oh, wait, I didn't do that, did I?
Well, that might have happened last year with last year's Halloween haunt.
So you're getting it done a whole lot faster this year, right?
Yeah, it's a little faster this year.
Mm-mm-mm.
I opened and turned it on. Like those are my pictures from last year. No wonder I couldn't find them.
Well, at least it's not like Roatan a couple of years ago when all of them just went poof into GoPro.
Just gone.
Yeah,
All gone. Bye.
uh, disappeared.
Yeah,
So
that especially with that octopus eating that crab, man, that was awesome. That was like a once in a lifetime thing.
yeah,
And
oh
awesome.
yeah, yeah. I would have loved to have seen that. I really would have. But that's
Good
the
thing
thing.
about good lung capacity is I can wait till everybody else gets back on the boat.
Well, I don't have to worry about that now with the lens insert for my Ocean Reef full face mask. Let me tell you, I worked on diving with that thing, and it took a little bit of getting used to when we were in Roatan. But I didn't dive once with my traditional mask because I had the lens inserts, so I could see to take my photos and all that. I wasn't just guessing. Ooh, hey, that looks like a seahorse. Click. I'll look at it when I get back to the room.
Yeah, see if you actually got it in frame.
Yeah, I could actually see things, so it was really great. Uh, yeah, and I would say that's on my Christmas wish list, but I love my mask, so I'm not
Better
going
get a
to
backup
upgrade.
in on that list.
Well, I've got
Better
a
get a
couple.
backup.
I got a couple of backup masks. Of course, yeah, I've got a couple. So let's see. All right, I was just reading comment. Actually, I don't believe Wayne pulled the blue dolphin from Evansville. I believe the blue dolphin was Gary who pulled that one because I think that was before Wayne. Anywho, it's one of those things. All right, well, JoJo, it is 9 o'clock. Do you have any final thoughts for us?
Oh, jeez. We are 2 weeks away from Christmas. Getting excited. Some good family time. We get to dream about all the new diving gear we're going to find under the tree.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so yeah. And then, we get all that new dive, diving gear, and then come January, you're going to have to book a trip too to go play with it all. So,
Well,
yeah.
we are heading to Florida in February, so
It's a good chance to go do it.
yeah, it's
So
a
yeah, I am
weekender.
looking forward. I'm looking forward to the Christmas holiday with family, and then I'm going to be looking for a hole to get my gills wet in.
Well, you're going to be doing that New Year's Day, so just saying. What better way to spend New Year's Day, right?
Exactly.
All right. Well, that kind of wraps up another Monday evening for us. Do want to thank everyone for tuning in with us tonight. We got one episode left next Monday night before we take a 2 week break for the holidays because we want to enjoy family time too. So we'll be taking off from let's see the 18th. Next Monday we'll be on, and then we're off for 2 weeks. We come back. I believe it's January 8th If I'm not mistaken, I think it's January the 8th is the next scheduled.
January 8th.
Yep,
Yes.
January the 8th. So, so make sure you make plans to join us on next Monday night. Be our virtual Christmas party, and we're gonna have some fun. You know,
Wear a hat, take a picture, throw it up in
that's
the
right.
comments. We want to see it.
That's right. Yeah, and put on your favorite ho 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 hat. I can't even talk. Ho 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 hat. Say that 5 times fast, JoJo.
Uh, I'll pass.
that's a that's a tongue twister right there. But bring your favorite Christmas hat or Christmas sweater, whatnot. Snap a selfie, throw it in the comments for our virtual Christmas party, and we're just gonna have fun with it. Um,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, most definitely. So anyway, again, want to thank you guys for tuning in with us each and every Monday night that we're on. I can't think of any better way. I love spending the Monday nights, for an hour, getting here to sit and talk with all of you guys about the sport we all love. Uh, you know, Here I am, 32 years certified, and I love it just as much now as I did 32 years ago. I'm a big
Never gets
kid.
old. Never gets old.
It doesn't. I mean, it really doesn't. Even with life and everything, I've been blessed to be able to continue doing this, and I always appreciate you getting on here with JoJo and you guys, and sit here and talk about diving and trips and equipment tips, techniques. Of course, we love interacting with you guys. So throw questions up if you've got questions, comments, whatnot. You know, that's what makes it fun. And
Oh,
oh yeah. So anyway, we started this in 2020 during the start of the pandemic, and as a way for us to get together and just keep diving in the back of our mind, just to talk about it. And here we are, 3 years later, and almost four, and it is what it is. But thank you guys for tuning in and spending your Monday evening with us, right here on the Penny Royal Divers Group. JoJo, I can't wait to have the virtual Christmas party next Monday night, right here on the Penny Royal Divers Group Monday night safety stop. We'll see you guys next week.